On the wings of love, only a lifetime, and to do it to fly.
Is it too soon for Warrior?
No, man, it's never too soon.
We miss you, Ultimate Warrior. R.I.P.
We miss you.
That was actually the first thing I
Where'd I
realized.
put the beer, by the way?
Welcome, guys. Where did you put the bottle?
Keep talking.
Here, keep talking.
Vamp.
Hey, look, I have a Dalek on my shirt. Oh.
Exterminate!
We're going to exterminate this beer right now.
Yeah, down our goal. It's Incubus Abbey Style Ale. It smells awesome. Bottle conditioned, which means that every one tastes a little different.
And this one smells great. I think we might have the best one here.
Let's prost this one.
Prost.
Prost.
It's going to be good.
Ooh, oh, that's good.
Ooh. Got a little kick right at the end. I like that. Ooh.
So, Matt, just to start everything out, I wanted to kind of present you with a gift. Because I ran the Chancellor's Fun Run, obviously. I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Sure.
I got you an extra
shirt.
I got you a shirt. Yeah, I got you a shirt.
Yeah, thanks.
I got you a shirt.
You got yourself a shirt? I didn't have a shirt.
Yeah, I just went back up and they had extras.
Oh, okay.
So we both went, and his last name and my last name also Tarot's.
I applied way before he did.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like, I was like, I wonder if they'll have one. I applied literally the night before, and I was like, well, I wonder if they'll have one for me. So I went up, and I was just like, Tarot's, and like, here you go. And I was like, but I put large for my size of shirt because I'm not a lunchbox like you. So
you're a mini lunchbox.
Yeah, I'm like a cooler, like one of those little coolers,
soft cooler.
Like yeah,
soft.
Except for that, boom. Nothing soft about that. But yeah. So then they gave me your shirt and that. But I was like, I looked at it and it's like extra large. I'm like, I asked for a large. Okay, well maybe Matt.
I think you just took it. You're like, oh.
Well, I was like, Matt. If Matt shows up, I'll give it to him, and if not, then I'll just make fun of him and say I stole his shirt. Which then you showed up, and at the end I didn't see you until right before we started racing. So I was like, well, I'll just hold on to it for him.
Yeah, I actually I only had one dispatcher in there. She's kind of new, so I didn't want to leave her so I just waited till the last minute.
So you're saying she's
okay?
Dumb.
10 minutes.
It's just she wants your family show. You dumb.
Well, she's new. She just got done. I don't like.
You said got dumb. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like to leave anybody in there by themselves.
Welcome if you're a fan, by the way.
She's actually a fan of. She's been to School France. Maureen. She's been to.
So we love you, Maureen. Just joking.
But yeah, she just got done, so I didn't want to just leave her in there for the whole time. Just go hanging out in the quad for all these guys. So
you gotta be a beefcake and run with the Chief, man.
I did get to shake hands with the Chancellor, and Chief, if you watch this, I did beat you running. So just remember that. Because okay. So
I was there, man.
Oh, you were ready when he said we're getting ready to race, and one of the guys goes, "Oh, he's like, who's the slowest guy? Because I'm gonna pace with you." And the Chief's like, "Well, it's probably me, or maybe him." And he points to me. He says, "This guy can't run."
Fun, yeah.
And I said, "Nope, I will die before you beat me."
Yeah, you did, man. You did pretty good.
Challenge accepted. Well, I've been practicing. I've been running a little bit. I've been running like about a mile and a quarter, mile and a half.
I was just saying, last time we ran together, it didn't end so well.
We were running up a hill. And it did end well because we got done with it, so I wasn't really running.
No one died.
I wasn't running. I almost died. But when I was climbing that first jungle gym thing, I was looking down and like the whole world was just
I was all over you, man. I had you. I would have caught you.
I don't know, dude.
Pulled you up.
But it was blacking out around me. But then once we got downhill, man, I was into it. I'm like in the zone when we got downhill.
I like how you're like, this water's not that deep. By the way, we're talking about the Warrior Dash. So
the Warrior Dash last year. Hey. I got some shirts, Mike. We got to start handing out some.
Finally. Yeah, we got the Ant Starter.
All you Ant Starter people that we said we were going to hand out stuff to, we actually got our stuff now. So we're going to start doing that.
We got to put together those. I think we should get a couple more tracks, though, before we put together the music.
Okay, we'll do that in the next couple weeks.
Because we got a couple really good new songs.
We will have everything up by the end of May, okay?
So that is our goal.
But the women's shirts...
Thank you for doing it last year.
The women's shirts are very nice. They're like soft.
Can I get one?
If you want to wear a women's shirt, sure. I don't know how many women... There's only 4 women's shirts, so everybody else has got not a women's shirt.
That's fine.
But
I think there's only 4 this...
Ish, yeah. So I figured it was like... I think I had 2 mediums and 2 larges. Off the deal. Off the deal. But, hey, how was your week? Let's find that out. Besides the run, of course.
I went to the zoo. The animals were actually out. We got to hang out with our couple friends, Courtney and Josh, and their little small child, Ellen. Who is she's just at that running that I can kind of run, but do that like head forward thing, but she was having such a good time, and she just wanted to run everywhere, and she wanted to touch everything.
Penguins, you probably had to stay there for like 20 minutes.
She wasn't as much into the penguins as she was into like the bears, and she was more into
watching
watching just the people. than she was into like the animals, really, because she's like they're far away. That's
half the zoo.
Though.
Half the zoo is the people.
Yeah, she was a cutie though. She did a good job, and she's a really well behaved kid. She's not like a good kid if you're trying to have a kid though, because you're like our kid's gonna be just like her, or like your kid is crazy, and then you're like, why is my kid like her?
That's how Aiden was the first 2.5, 3 years. He was the best kid we've ever had. I love him still.
I'll agree with you. He was the best kid you ever had.
Yeah, he was the best kid like that you could have. I mean, like we didn't have to work. Like everybody's like, oh, we have to. We never get to sleep. And so he slept right through the night, like the second night. It was good. So, but yeah, I worked 77 hours last week, so it's kind of nice to have a couple days off.
So you're taking me to see Spider-Man 2? Is that what you're saying?
I actually just paid for another Ren Fair, a Ren Fair that Sean McGoey, remember him from high school?
Oh yes.
His wife is one of the main people involved in it. So it's in
deep cut. It's
in the Albany district. It's the Capital Ren Festival.
So you and Sean McGoey are going to hang out?
He's going to be there. He's going to be. He's actually a fire juggler, I think, or fire something, and he's a stilt walker. So he'll be there. And
stilt walker. I thought you said something else.
Stilt walkers. I don't know what. I don't know.
I thought silt walker.
Silt. He walks in
riverbanks. I'm like,
he walks in.
Wow, that sounds really entertaining.
It's like, look, I'm walking in mud, guys. It's so cool.
Look at it, so soft, the sand here, because it's actually silt from a riverbed.
It's the first year of it, so we're hoping that it's something good. Maybe that we can go to every year. We'll see.
Oh boy, man! You find a new home.
It's good to find something that we can make some money off. That's why, I want to sell our product. We have a lot of cool stuff that we want to sell, and everybody always talks about how cool it is, and then nobody buys anything. So.
Like, yeah, you guys are selling your line of tape dispensers, right?
Why do you have that there? But other than that, I mean,
lucky it wasn't something worse.
Only got
a lot of dildos.
Only got two.
Why are these out here?
What's your lightsaber? I only got 2 more extra days of work, and then probably we'll never have overtime again because we'll hopefully have enough.
You have actually a list of things, and I'm happy about that, dude.
I some of these I had from earlier.
So a lot of these, a lot of podcasts we prepare. We always prepare separately for these, and we usually just write down a bunch of topics. A lot of times they're the same thing. This week I tried as hard as I could. But there was nothing I was like, we're not going to be able to talk about this. Who cares about this? Like, they'll list bull crap this week. And I'm glad you found something, because I was pissed.
A couple things. Well, one you should have already had. The Wolf Among Us, episode 3, dude.
Oh, The Wolf of Wall Street, episode 3. Yeah, that's my favorite. He's like, yeah, guys! And
Wolf Among Us, episode 3.
What did you think of
it?
No spoilers.
It's kind of bananas. I wish it wasn't as short. That's the only thing.
I think it was the best Telltale chapter I played. Of any game.
Of any of the games? Wow.
Game.
Even like the 5th chapter of the first season of... That was an awesome chapter, dude.
I think that it was amazing. It was evocative. It pulled me in a different direction.
I think it was right up there with that chapter. I don't know if it was better than that or worse. I'd have to go back and play it, really.
Maybe tie, but...
Yeah, but it was good.
But I felt that it felt less contrived. Because the last chapter, for those who didn't play Walking Dead, we won't spoil it, but the Walking Dead Season 1, but you know where it's going. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, it's magically changed the outcome somehow. Like, you knew what's going to happen by the end of that. And whereas this one, you're like, what is going? This is I want to see the next. I want to see the next.
The thing that was so crazy to me was that you just come upon this scene where you had to start doing stuff, and you're like, oh crap, I got to start doing stuff. Yeah. Like, you're so involved in watching the story.
It was definitely the most action oriented of the chapters, I thought.
But it wasn't just that. It was that you were so involved in the story that you forgot that you had to play the game.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap, I got to press R2 now. Like,
no. You have it on PS3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, but on PC.
I don't even know how it works on PC. Is it?
Well, it's mostly you move
I've used a controller.
The Q button, and then you're moving the mouse to move it up.
No, get over there.
Smack him in the head. Smack him in the head. Grab him. Choke him. Beat the shit out of him.
They introduced a couple. One really kind of interesting character I want to see more of. I don't want to give it away because it's in the end, but
it definitely is getting it's just getting so good.
I'm gonna give one thing away slightly because did you murder Tweedledum?
No, I didn't.
So bad. I didn't. I was like, I wanted to kill him so bad.
Okay, full disclosure. I did the first time. I was like, I'm just gonna kill him really quick and then reset it. I'm just gonna do it because it's not actually what I want to do it because fuck that guy. Yeah,
fuck you, man.
The whole time that guy's been a bitch.
You are a bitch. I'll kill your brother too. I'll go for that murder his ass too.
Yeah, that's why I did it because
I hate those guys.
I was hoping I could go and kill.
I've never had so much much hate for any character in a video game, I think.
But since he ran away, I was like, okay, I'll reset it.
So he's like, die, 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 I'm stupid, and I'm always doing something stupid.
Look at my all English.
I'm gonna shoot you and be an asshole and just do the
all the way, you're a freaking werewolf. Why would I do that?
Murder. I will murder you. Full werewolf murder.
That was satisfying, though. I suggest reloading that save.
I might have to just to play that.
Just for that scene, yeah. It's worth it.
But, this game is a badass game. Throw this in the bag. It's a badass game.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for
I remember when you were like, I'm more interested in Season 2 of The Walking Dead.
I still am. I want to see what's going on with that because I love that series. I just love it. Lee, his character, and Clementine, I love what they're... And I want to see where that character goes. But this is apples and oranges.
In the second chapter.
I'm farther than you, I think, aren't I?
Did you finish it? Sure. I'm gonna wait for that one.
Okay,
because I was kind of bored with the second one.
It's like apples and oranges. I don't really compare them because they're both by the same company. But they're completely different things. But they're both very good. That's why I'm really I'm not a big Borderlands fan, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do with
the Borderlands. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Games of Thrones.
They're actually going to rotate around 2 main characters for that. There was some things that they came out with today. This is my only.
See, there you go. You got something.
Yeah. Well, I read that and I was like, I wonder if Matt would even care about that, but it looks like you do. So
I normally wouldn't because Borderlands. I don't know. I haven't gotten into this. I even have Borderlands 2 now on PlayStation 3 because it's one of the free games from last month.
See, if I had on PlayStation 4, we would play it together. That's the thing, you got to play it with somebody else. It's a lot more fun when you play it with somebody else. Because you're just like, get over here, dude! You're like the beast jumping at you.
All I got is that stupid little robot just telling me shit. I'm like, I don't give a shit about you, little weird robot.
I guess supposedly they're going to make.
I don't like Bioshock that much either.
In Borderlands 3, one of the playable characters will be a weaponized claptrap.
Why not?
Hey, it's me, the annoying!
I'm annoying!
I like Claptrap. I'm on Claptrap. I'm on Team Claptrap. It's cool.
H1Z1. Have you heard about this thing yet?
Is that a zombie MMO?
Zombie MMO from Sony Online Entertainment. Now, what else has Sony Online Entertainment made? Mediocre.
No, not all mediocre.
What's good?
EverQuest.
Okay, EverQuest. Okay.
They made
that was 15 years ago, but
they also made Star Wars Galaxies SOE. That's Star Wars Galaxies.
Regular Galaxies was a great mediocre.
Game. No, it wasn't. Jump to Light. That was one. It's still fabled as one of the best MMOs ever.
What about Star Trek Online?
Okay, that's we're getting worse. But right now they're in charge of PlanetSide 2, which is a really fun.
I've heard PlanetSide's a really good game. Actually.
Yeah, it is. I think it's free to play right now. I would say if you want to start trying to play that, I will play with you because it's a lot more fun to play together because it's a shooter. It's an MMO shooter, and basically what you do is you're going around shooting people. You get experience, and you can use it to unlock cooler vehicles and better weapons, and so it's really fun. It's like a kind of like a Call of Duty fair thing, but it's set in like a space.
So better than Defiance then?
I would say yes, actually. I
like Defiance. I enjoy Defiance. I haven't played it that much.
Defiance is more like a role-playing aspect to it. PlanetSide is just like you're a faceless soldier and you can customize.
I kind of want to go back and play before the second season.
There's really no role-playing
for the second season of Defiance. I kind of want to go back and play that.
Yeah, I mean, you order
but okay. But H1Z1, I haven't heard too much about this. I just want to throw that because I didn't know if you
zombie MMO. No, zombie MMOs. It's not going to be the first one maybe out there. It might be the first one out there.
It might be the first one. I mean, you could almost count, but it's more cult is Secret World. But it's something that could be done well. A survival horror story, if they portray it good, could go really well. Like people versus people, people versus zombies. If they make it so it's kind of like a PvP all the time.
See, but the only thing I don't like about a survival one is that MMOs are based around the fact that when you die, you regenerate, or you go to the stone and you're reborn, or there's a clone of you that comes out. So having the word survival in there, unless it's permadeath,
survival, yeah.
Unless it's permadeath, it makes no sense.
Suck.
Yeah, it makes no sense. No, exactly. It's like it may suck or it may be awesome. Maybe
that'd be horrible and beautiful.
Well, it's like have you heard of Daisy?
It could be like walking. Yeah, I've heard Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy is a permadeath. Like if you die on that, your character's dead.
Think of The Walking Dead. Where some characters are there for 3 seconds and they're dead, But some characters you get really invested in, and then they die, and you're like,
well, and that's the thing.
You probably fucking sob. Like if it's you make the Michonne of that world, and then she gets murdered like in her sleep or something. You know,
or if you just like do a wrong step and you get swarmed by zombies or something, then you die.
But it also would be tough though to.
That would be amazing.
It'd be tough to have a permanent thing where you could just turn the game off. You know, because I can just turn the game off and I don't die technically, or maybe they have to switch around somehow. I have to see where this is gonna go.
Any game like that would probably have like a 10-second window where if
I already hate the name
because
it's based off the H1N1, you know, bird flu or whatever the fuck.
It's Sony; they're not original.
But we'll see, and they could change the name too. Who knows? This is kind of them announcing it that's going on. So either way, I want to see what's going on with it.
I'm more excited for Evolve than I am for that. And Evolve's not a zombie sim, but it's like a survival monster.
Is it
sim.
MMO?
No,
that's game.
It's
right?
like you played Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
It's like that where it's 4-player arena, except it's 5-player, and the 5th player is a monster. And so in the game, the person playing the monster. Basically, your job is to not get killed. So what you want to do is not get killed. You want to go kill other animals and like absorb their DNA and make yourself better. Like you kill a porcupine, you get spines. You kill a fox, you get like speed and stealth. And
you get to know what the fox is as well.
Yeah, and then you know. Exactly, but then they're like, shut that guy up, and everyone runs away.
I can't. I'm busy and confused.
So the hunters all have these cool powers. Like there's a trapper who can like throw down traps, and there's a healer guy who can like control the monster. I
feel like the monsters got no chance in this.
Well, that's the thing. That I was hearing about someone who played this at PAX East. Greg Miller, actually from IGN, one of the inspirations for our podcast.
I say Greg Miller, yeah.
He plays the monster
probably.
He plays the monster, and during that he basically has to run away the whole time because he's so weak at first, and he basically like hides in trees.
He's like
and
a chupacabra.
Yeah, because you start out like a chupacabra, but then you evolve.
If you like kill a person,
do
you get like evolve from them.
Yeah, but it's really hard to
get their
kill
juice.
Somebody.
You get their juice.
It's really hard to kill somebody, supposedly. Until you're at least a little bit bigger. Like you have to just be really stupid, like run away from the pack or something, and then like
I look for that guy.
Yeah, and that's in the
I don't know how to use this.
Greg Miller's like basically I was running away and like trying to get the higher spots so I could jump down and like swash people, but like sometimes you couldn't do that. They get like 4 guys on you and they start controlling you.
I keep finding elephants and now I'm huge and fat.
Yeah. But that's more interesting to me than like just a zombie survival thing. It's like, okay, where do you go from just killing zombies?
I love zombies.
Like it's like
I want to find out what they're going to do with it. I'll let you know, okay? And then you can play.
Well, I'll obviously get in the beta before you do, so don't.
I hate you. What beta did you just get into? You got into EverQuest.
EverQuest Landmark, yeah. Which by the way, it's called Landmark. It's called Landmark. They have 2 separate parts of the MMO so far. One's called Next, and that's like the fighting part, and then they have Landmark, which is the building part, like Minecraft. It's basically like playing Minecraft, but in 3D. Which that's not breaking any disclosure things. These are all videos of mine and stuff.
I've seen it. I've seen that stuff. And
it's the most boring thing I've ever played.
It's because you're not killing anything. You're not. There's no consequence.
Also, there's like I'm not really doing anything. I'm like, oh, I dug up 7,000 earth.
Have you made a house yet? And
no.
Sit
down.
why?
Because they're supposed to give you a little flag that you can plant and like claim land, and I don't have a flag, and I can't make one because they don't have anything to make anything with. So I'm just like running around, and I literally carrying around 1,000 pieces of blocks of dirt. That would weigh so much. It would weigh like 3 tons, and I'm just like, no, but I need my backpack. But I did make a hot chick. But there's only like 5 faces.
Boobs.
So yeah, that's what you do. But yes, I'm like running around with this hot chick, and
it's like I'm almost naked and carrying 1,000 pounds of dirt.
Well, exactly. And the worst part is that they give you like they only give you like the tool, like 2 tools. They give you like an axe to chop down trees. So I chop down a bunch of trees, and then I dig a bunch of dirt up with my pick. I have a pick for like picking.
And then you like tell them, hey, this pick is not really working as good as it should.
Well, they haven't even given me like any like feedback forums, or I guess I'm supposed to sign into a forum. But so far I'm just so bored. I'm just like, okay, but yeah, it's like they also give you a full like a store, but it has like clothing items you can buy, and you have to use like actual money to purchase it. But luckily, I have a bunch of station credits because I have the
fuck that man
lifetime supply.
Fuck no,
to
bye, no.
Yeah. Well, so I'm like, $1,000, like 900.
If you're trying to charge money for a beta, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, and it's like, just test it out with your own
You
money.
can get
and
the
I'm
finger, the middle.
Warm it up, Chris.
I'm about to.
Okay, now let's just move on.
Okay.
From that,
Hey, what else we got? So they have a date for the PS4 Last of Us. Are you buying this, by the way?
Dude, see, that's what actually what I said, but I forgot to write it down.
Are you buying this? Too late. Too late.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I might have to get a PS4 before June 20th.
God.
I might have to get one before June 20th.
It's gonna be HD. Eat it up.
Like I could play this game over and over. I
Like,
love
eat
it.
it up like a
I already
clicker
started
eating
back on
Joel's neck.
PS3. I already started playing it back. Although it's kind of slow because I've been doing other stuff and watching TV and playing. Aiden loves. We play.
Once, I gotta get it in before the baby comes because I don't want to scare a little kid with some clickers. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough because Aiden knows about Walking Dead. He wants to watch it. And it's like no, probably shouldn't.
You're gonna have nightmares forever.
Probably shouldn't watch Walking Dead.
Come on in, Daddy.
It's like let's teach you about zombies now. The zombie.
When someone dies and then resurrects,
Make sure two to
as
the
a
head.
living
They're
corpse.
definitely dead. You want to make sure.
Remember
okay?
the first one's cardio. That's right, Zombieland reference.
But June 20th, they will have the PS4 version, and it will have the downloadable, all the DLC on it. Was supposed to be on this. So you have the
multiplayer
single player
DLCs,
and the multiplayer DLC on this. That's kind of cool.
I'm
for
in.
$60.
I'm
It's
in.
$60.
But see, the thing is like, Watch Dogs is also coming out like a little bit before that. It's like, I'm
May 27th.
Yeah, I know, I'm so broken.
I'm going to Puerto Rico. I know how you feel. I don't have a PS4,
And
so
going
I'd
to
have to
Puerto
pay.
Rico.
I'd have to pay $400 plus that. So
They might drop the price.
I'm going to spend a lot of money in Puerto Rico. So,
You're
but
gonna give me some stuff
okay,
too, right?
that's there.
Some gas-
I'm excited about
If
it.
you get to a gas station, get some gasolina. It's called gasolina. It looks like it's like a Capri Sun, but it's full of alcohol. And it's great.
In Puerto Rico?
Yeah. I had a Puerto Rican girl that I used to work with at the dining center bring me back one.
I've never seen that before.
It's amazing.
We went there.
It's called
I'll
gasolina.
check it out. Gasolina.
It's only like shitty gas stations, supposedly.
All right. That
That's
sounds
a
good.
fun fact. That's what I bring to the podcast. Fun facts.
So did you hear this about the DC is putting out a Dick Grayson comic book?
I was hoping you wouldn't bring this up.
No, I want to know what your thoughts are on this.
I think that they're grabbing.
Dick Grayson is the original Robin.
They're grabbing on the Captain
Batman
America and the
Robin.
Winter Soldier with all their might.
But
and saying, "Oh
no,
boy,
I think I disagree
he's
with you.
a secret agent."
I disagree.
That used to be a sidekick.
I disagree with you. This
I
could
don't know.
be
No.
a useful thing for Dick Grayson.
Bullshit.
What else was he gonna do?
He doesn't
Nightwing?
use guns. He was taught his whole life to not use weapons, and he's shooting
but
a gun.
now he's different. It's
Bullshit. Garbage.
Superman's banging
Garbage.
Wonder Woman, so
Just ruining
who
all my
knows?
characters. All the characters I like, he then kill. It makes me so
Speaking of
mad.
which, we gotta go see Amazing Spider-Man 2, but okay.
And that's the only, that's where Marvel gets a strike right there, because most of the time it's just DC. Like when they killed Stephanie Brown off as Batgirl, or not killed her off, but just erased her from the continuity. And she's actually
erased a lot
back.
of people from continuity.
She's actually back. Stephanie Brown. She's back as a spoiler, which is the original character she was. And that's a deep cut. No one's gonna get that. Not even me.
cut. No one's gonna know what that was.
No, but yeah, she's back in continuity, which is good because she was a fucking amazing character. But yeah, they just erased her, and then they changed Dick Grayson completely. They killed him off, and they're like, instead of killing him off, we're gonna make him
The crime syndicate, I believe.
He works for Spydar. They're
a place
an
called
organization.
actually it's Spy Roll. Okay,
That's even worse.
Spiral.
That's even worse.
Spiral, like Spiral.
Like was Shield taken? Oh yeah, Shield
Actually,
was taken.
do you know where that came from? Do you know where Spiral came from? That came from the Grant Morrison Batman run. He was actually the one who invented Spiral.
Yeah, but Grant Morrison's an asshole. That's well known.
He invented it.
Fuck Grant Morrison.
He's a well-known asshole. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment.
By the
I
way,
know
did you see this costume too?
you're
Like the
judgmental
costume.
You look like Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, he also, except that he had a G
I
on
didn't
his
see that
chest.
on there. Oh.
It's supposed. They're probably gonna say, "Oh, it's a special radio transmitter," but it's shaped like a fucking G.
What does
Give me a break,
What does G mean?
Grayson.
Oh, that's stupid. Why would you put a G on your chest? That's just stupid. It means hope.
So dumb.
It means hope. Like, yes,
Like,
Superman.
I literally clicked on it, and he's also wearing like a powder. What is like powder blue, sky blue?
Oh,
What
I
is
didn't see that. He's
color?
wearing black in the one I was wearing. He's like,
Oh,
it showed like the cover or something. He's like diving, shooting a gun. Or
yeah.
something.
There's one that he's like not making a face.
He's wearing black in that one.
I don't know. I was pissed. I got.
I will reserve judgment, but I usually am the one to reserve judgment where you judge harshly.
I judged the New 52 harshly, and I judged the new Spider-Man harshly because
he's just knew Spider-Man very harshly.
Like if he was more like Ultimate Spider-Man, that'd be cool because then they kill him off and they get Miles Morales in there, and he's actually a cool Spider-Man. But that's okay.
Have you heard about Spider-Man Infinite? Did we talk about this yet?
Spider-Man Infinite?
I think it's called Infinite. Spider-Man Infinite. It has like all this. It's supposedly gonna have a piece that has every single Spider-Man that's ever been made in it. For somehow they've come together into one comic book. Like it's got every single Spider-Man, 2099.
Got Ben Reilly.
It's got all Ben Reilly. It's got every single Spider-Man you can think of in the
Spider-Pig. Is Spider-Pig there?
Spider-Pig. It's got the doppelganger with all the arms. It's got everything.
Doppelganger. Nice.
It's got everything in it.
I like doppelganger.
I don't know what this is. I just saw it like a little.
See, I don't believe that because there's like 50 Venoms.
Supposedly,
50 Venoms, like 50
Spider-Man.
Carnages. Have you seen all the Carnages? There's like blue Carnage, red Carnage. There's like all these, like a chick.
Who knows?
Carnage.
They might be in the Sinister Six. Who knows? Or they might be in the.
Oh, that's something we should talk about.
I didn't even talk about that. I forgot about that one.
See, the Sinister Six, I think, is a good concept, but I would rather
Sinister Six, just so you guys know, is the bad guys
spin-off
that face
movie.
Spin-off of the bad guys that face Spider-Man.
Phase 3 Marvel movie.
Yeah, these are the guys that are against Spider-Man, but they're making them into, I don't know, an anti-hero or protagonist type team for this movie, maybe?
I think so.
I'm guessing.
Kind of like, maybe like the Thunderbolts, where they're like fighting for good or something. I don't know.
I feel like they're going to fight a Carnage or something. They're going to fight something that's completely, totally evil, where they have to, like, listen, we got to get rid of this guy or we're not going to have anything left.
You know what I'd love to see more than a Sinister Six is an adaptation of the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. I've told you about this on the podcast, right?
Yeah, I think
so.
They're
these guys that are basically posing as the Sinister Six. And there's only 5 of them, first off. They're led by Captain Boomerang. And they are the worst. And that's what makes the comic so great, is that they're horrible, horrible villains. And most of the time they're just screwing up. Like one of them's Speed Demon, he's basically a speedster, but he has a broken leg. And so he has a cast out, and he's like trying to run.
What the hell?
And Shocker's in it, and he's just the whole time. He's near suicidal the whole time because he's just like how much he sucks and stuff.
He should be.
There's only one competent person on the team, and I think her name's the Beetle. But she's like so ambitious, but she's just hooked up with the worst people. And one guy can make things into a car, and that's his power. He can literally just make cars.
Is he Hispanic? Is that
I forgot his name though. He's what is it, like Carnage or something stupid like that. But yeah, he can like turn electronics into cars.
He's like, I'm the ultimate cholo. I make cars.
Like, can you? You're the getaway driver. He's like, that's all I can do. He's like, that's really all I can do. He's like, I can't fight.
Literally, all I can do is make cars and drive them.
But the comic, if you haven't read this comic, dude.
I have not.
They have a couple volumes out.
Just
download the first. It's called The Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Download the first volume, and you won't regret it. It is so worth it.
If I regret it, I'm going to punch you.
You won't. And there might be even 2 volumes out now because I think I'm on like the 9th issue right now, and it is so good. It just gets better and better. And because Captain Boomerang,
why didn't we? Oh, is this digital?
Well, you can get digital.
Have you not given me this comic book?
No, I just have it digital right now. Sorry. If you want, I'll give you my password for my.
I don't pay for comic books. You just give.
Well, I can give you my password for my Comixology. I won't do it on air though. Sorry,
you can't do that. You can't give that away.
No, but seriously, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, people. I can't recommend it more. It is one of the best series I've read in a very long time. And I'll tell you more about it after we get done with this. But
speaking of Superior Foes, how about? Did you watch Game of Thrones yet?
We can't talk about this, dude. There's such a spoiler.
But this is not really a spoiler if you've read the books, though, because in the books this happens. And I kept looking at Jess's face because I was looking to see if she's gonna guess it.
You read the
what's
books.
Gonna happen.
This
So I'm like looking at her.
Books.
I'm like looking at her like this and then she goes, "Oh my god!" Like it happened in the books. Whatever. I read the books already.
See, I feel like they foreshadowed it for most of the episodes, so like I was like.
This character was being a complete and utter fucking dick in the whole thing anyway. So.
Come up and everyone was like, I wish he'd get, and then so...
I hope he dies. Oh, he did.
No, okay, you just spoiled it.
Who was it? Nobody even knows.
Tyrion, of course.
It could have been Littlefinger.
Littlefinger was not in
so
it wasn't him.
He's
guess
still,
anyone but Littlefinger.
He's still in the... He'll be in there more, because he has a storyline with Sansa later.
Creepy. Don't want that.
Can I talk about this in the podcast? Or
No, we'll do it afterwards.
It's a book spoiler.
No,
Okay.
fuck
All right.
off.
Book spoiler.
I'm trying to spoil things.
But so far, they're still very close to the book. Like, there's still a couple characters that are live, and they haven't brought Caitlin gets brought back in the books as a wraith. She's a wraith that is set on revenge. Yes, it's awesome. It's actually one of the coolest storylines in the book. Although they don't really they don't finish it.
Like how does the White Walkers bring?
Like she gets, I don't know if it's Rilo or somebody. I can't even remember.
We'll talk about this afterwards.
But anyway,
things. That's fucking awesome.
She gets brought back and she's like a wraith.
I'd watch that. Speaking of wraiths,
Hellbent.
Shadows of Mordor, Matt. That's still around, right?
It is. We talked about it last week,
nothing.
but I'm pretty excited about it. I have one more thing left, I think. Okay,
Penises. Who likes
Leonardo
those?
DiCaprio or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah.
That's what I said that to Jess, and she gets so mad at me. She's like, "Why do you call him that? He's my friend." I'm like, you don't know him, and I'm an asshole.
I know him.
His next movie is called The Revenant, and this movie, I was reading a synopsis on it. I was reading a synopsis on this movie, and it sounds fucking awesome. It's based on a factual story about this guy named Hugh Glass.
Revenant. Oh.
Is in the 19th century. He was on this expedition with all these guys, and he got mauled by a bear. And so the dude who was like the leader of the expedition is like, we can't take this guy. He's fucking mauled. He's mutilated by this bear, but he's still alive. And like, listen, you two guys, he's left two guys. You two guys wait till he dies, then come meet up with us. Those two guys fucking left him, and he didn't die. So he crawled 200 miles to murder these two guys. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing the main character of this, and this sounds fucking awesome. Well, it's like Kill Bill with a mutilated guy.
If you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, that man knows how to crawl.
He is gonna fucking murder some people after going on his mutilated no legs or something. I don't know what's going on. I need to know more about this movie. And supposedly one of the guys is it's legendary figure in the 19th century. His name is Jim Bridger. I have to look this. I haven't looked this up. I just read it. Jim Bridger.
So the captain of Sequest. He's the captain of Sequest.
Well, he's like, hey, we're gonna stay with you. No, we're not, sucker. See you later. And they both left. So he crawled 200 miles and maybe enacted his revenge.
Spoilers.
But either way, it's like Kill Bill with fucking
Leonardo
DiCaprio
with a really slow moving man.
We're like, I'm gonna get you eventually. I don't even how many calluses do you have on your elbows after you crawl to?
You can probably kill some with the calluses. Just slice them up. Blood out of the side.
Plus, I mean, you gotta it's like bears. Shouldn't bears just be following you? Or you're like a chum bucket for bears if
you're a snack. You're a movable snack. Is what you are.
I don't know. I gotta find out more about
snack.
I'm gonna read this story and find out more about it so I can find out what's going on with it, because it sounds awesome.
I saw that article, but I was just like,
I'm glad I read it, because I was like, what?
This makes no sense.
This happened? This is supposedly, I don't know, obviously it's gonna be sensationalized and
legend,
fun,
yeah.
But I'm sure it was based on some kind of fact where that's crazy.
Did Tarantino write this, or what's going
on? I hope so. I hope he's in it. I hope he's one of the guys.
Sketty Western
the guys gets killed. Because I always love when Tarantino's the bad guy that gets murdered.
He deserves to get murdered.
Yeah. Mostly. His big ass chin.
Yeah, with a giant face. Oh, lead actress, take off your shoes.
I have a big head.
His head is
gigantic and weird looking.
I'm going to look at your feet for 5 minutes awkwardly.
And then my giant chin will poke you in the head.
Do we need to look at Uma Thurman's feet for 5 minutes? It's kind of weird. Okay.
Wiggle your big toe. Wiggle your big toe. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Pussy wagon.
We're going to end on that. Pussy wagon. Hopefully that's what this is called.
We can't name the episode that, alright, boy. Good night, people.
Bang,
I love you.
Bang, boom.